What if everything you've ever struggled with, every setback, every betrayal, every challenge, wasn't random? What if the forces working against you were never just bad luck, but a carefully orchestrated effort to keep you from realizing who you truly are? They believed their power would protect them from consequences. They operated in the shadows, controlling the world from behind layers of deception, shaping history, and dictating the fate of nations. They thought they were untouchable, but their arrogance blinded them to the truth. They underestimated you. Now, their empire is collapsing, their dominion unraveling, and justice is unfolding in ways they never anticipated. What they once used against others has now turned against them. The most powerful forces in the spiritual realm, death angels, are hunting them without mercy. These are not mere messengers of the afterlife, but ancient executioners, cosmic forces of balance that existed before time itself. They were never meant to be weaponized against the innocent, yet the High Council, in their desperation, broke universal law by directing these forces at you. They disturbed the sacred equilibrium and assumed their status placed them above consequence. But they miscalculated, and now, the very forces they unleashed are coming for them. They live in fear. They check their locks twice. They sleep with lights on. They increase their security, but none of it matters. Their surveillance cameras capture inexplicable movements, shadows shifting against the light. Their most trusted guards disappear without a trace. Those who return speak of cold spots in warm rooms, whispers in empty hallways, and the overwhelming sensation of being watched by something unseen yet undeniably present. They no longer move with confidence. They flee from room to room, knowing something is always just beyond their vision, something ancient, patient, and inevitable. You did not merely defeat an enemy. You dismantled an entire system of control. At first, the fractures were small, whispers of doubt among their ranks, once loyal followers questioning orders, loyalty once held together by fear beginning to falter. Then came the full collapse. Their unity shattered. Centuries-old alliances dissolved overnight. Blood oaths, once sworn on sacred artifacts, were broken without hesitation. Their most faithful abandoned them. The temples they built, where their power had been fortified for generations, now stand empty. The empire they spent centuries constructing is crumbling in mere weeks. Their power structure is collapsing faster than they ever imagined possible. Those who once bowed before them now turn away. Those who feared them now speak freely. Those who serve them now seek new masters. Their phone calls go unanswered. Their commands are ignored. Their threats, which once struck terror, now carry no weight. The network they spent lifetimes building is dissolving. Their secrets, once buried beneath layers of intimidation and deception, are surfacing. What was meant to remain hidden is being dragged into the light. The truth is breaking through the carefully constructed lies, and they can do nothing to stop it. As their structure crumbles, desperation consumes them. They turn on each other, blaming former allies for their failures. Trust evaporates. Accusations fill the very halls where they once ruled with absolute authority. They scramble for an escape, but there is none. They are trapped within the system they created. The fortress they built to protect themselves has become the architecture of their destruction. They saw you coming before you even knew who you were. The Council of Shadows, 12 powerful beings who have secretly influenced world events for centuries. recognized your existence before you could comprehend your own power. Their ancient texts foretold your arrival. Their instruments detected your energy signature from birth. They saw in you what they feared most, someone beyond their control. These were no ordinary adversaries. They were high-ranking fallen entities, beings older than recorded history, who had mastered the art of deception. They wore human faces but were anything but human. They forged identities, falsified birth records, and created prestigious academic credentials. They founded institutions to ensure their influence over every aspect of society. Some of them had existed within the same bloodlines for generations, perfecting the process of transferring their consciousness between vessels. They manipulated governments, dictated wars, and controlled economies. No decision of significance was made without their approval, but they could not control you. Your destruction was not a mere idea. It was a carefully planned operation. Every struggle you faced, painful relationships, financial hardships, sudden health crises, was orchestrated. Nothing in your life was random. Every obstacle was placed with surgical precision. They studied you, analyzing your genetic makeup to exploit weaknesses, dissecting your psychology to manipulate your emotions, tracking your spiritual growth to interfere at the most critical moments. They ensured financial instability to weaken your resolve. They had done this countless times before. They believed they could do it again. They embedded agents in your life. Some came as lovers, learning your vulnerabilities and using them against you. Others posed as friends, earning your trust while secretly reporting your every move. Some arrived as mentors, guiding you down paths designed to drain your time, energy, and resources. Every one of them had the same mission: to stop you from fulfilling your destiny. But what they failed to realize was that you were never alone. Unseen forces surrounded you from birth. Your protection was not given to you. It was part of who you are. Your shield was not external. It emerged from within. Divine intervention worked through natural circumstances. Where others saw only you, your enemies saw an entire army of light warriors standing guard. Dimensional sentinels blocked dark forces from infiltrating your dreams. Ancient guardians unlocked wisdom within you at precisely the right moments. Your DNA carried codes that activated divine protection, sequences dormant in most, but alive in you. Spiritual technologies embedded in your very being operated beyond human comprehension. Their attacks failed before they could even reach you. Signs were always there. Dreams that warned you of danger. Instincts that guided you away from hidden traps. Encounters with people who provided exactly what you needed at the right moment. Resources appeared when you needed them most. Doors opened when all seemed lost. The universe itself conspired for your survival. The moment everything changed was when you woke up. When you finally recognized who you were, who you had always been. Their power shattered against your clarity. Their manipulation stopped working. Their weapons had no effect. Their control crumbled. What once wounded you now strengthens you. They say the truth will set you free. But for those who are truly chosen, it is more than truth. It is complete awakening. Now, a new movement is rising. Those who see beyond the illusion are uniting. A sacred order is emerging, one that transcends the lies of the old world. This is not just an idea. It is a call to action. The ones who were meant to remain asleep are awakening. The forces that once ruled from the shadows are being forced into the light. The time for searching is over. The time to ascend has arrived. Are you ready? They attacked you from all sides, launching an assault on your body, mind, finances, and spirit. Physical illnesses appeared without medical explanation. Sudden pain and exhaustion overwhelmed you, and symptoms emerged out of nowhere, leaving doctors unable to diagnose their origin. Your body felt like a battlefield for an invisible war beyond human understanding. What medical science could not explain was a result of forces operating beyond its reach. Financial struggles followed closely behind. Money that was rightfully yours mysteriously vanished. Promising opportunities fell apart at the last moment. Payments were delayed or disappeared without reason. Resources drained through unseen channels. And just when it seemed like you were gaining stability, new barriers arose, blocking your path. No logical explanation could account for the continuous setbacks, but they were deliberate, part of a larger effort to keep you from reaching financial freedom and security. Mentally, the attacks were relentless. Thoughts that were not yours invaded your mind, filling you with doubt, fear, and confusion. Clarity was clouded, and your certainty was constantly challenged. They worked to distort your sense of identity, to make you question your worth, to disconnect you from your inner knowing, and to isolate you from your source of strength. The goal was to make you feel alone, lost, and powerless, ensuring that you remained under their influence. Each time you moved closer to a breakthrough, the pressure intensified. They deployed their strongest tactics: relationship sabotage, identity confusion, purpose distortion, timeline disruption, and reality manipulation. These strategies were not random. They were designed to derail your progress, to keep you disoriented, and to prevent you from stepping into your true power. But despite their efforts, you endured. What should have broken you only made you stronger. Instead of destroying you, the struggle deepened your wisdom and resilience. The challenges you faced sharpened your mind and strengthened your spirit. What was meant to end you only fueled your determination. Each setback became a lesson, each obstacle an opportunity for growth. You emerged transformed, fortified in ways they never anticipated. They never calculated for this outcome. Now they panic. In hidden rooms, they scramble to regain control. Emergency meetings are held. Ancient methods, locked away for generations, are brought back in a desperate attempt to reverse their failure. Artifacts believed to harness cosmic power disintegrate in their hands. Rituals backfire, harming those who perform them. Incantations spoken in forgotten languages echo back distorted, carrying omens of their imminent collapse. The tools they relied upon for centuries fail in rapid succession. Seeing their power slipping away, they try a different approach: reconciliation. People who once betrayed you return, seeking to mend broken relationships. Those who rejected you suddenly offer opportunities. Those who abandoned you reappear, pretending to have changed. But beneath their words lies a common thread: fear. They sense your rise. They know you are beyond their reach. Your presence alone disturbs their carefully crafted equilibrium, and your energy disrupts their operations. They do not return because they have changed. They return because they are afraid. When manipulation and deceit no longer work, they resort to their final strategies: provoking your anger, triggering your trauma, activating your doubts, and attempting to reawaken your fears. They seek any vulnerability, any opening that would allow them to regain control over your consciousness. but the doors they once used to access your mind are permanently shut. What once caused pain now has no effect. What once triggered a reaction now meets only calm observation. You have risen beyond their grasp, and they know it. Their desperation deepens because they never expected you to reach this level. They spent years, even centuries, studying you, trying to imitate your gifts, your insights, and your energy. They mimicked your words, copied your methods, and attempted to replicate your frequency. They used advanced technology, supercomputers, and artificial intelligence to analyze and recreate your essence. They trained imposters, developed doubles, and constructed elaborate simulations to replace you entirely. But no matter how precise their imitation, they could never capture the one thing that made you unique, your authentic connection to Source. Everything they created lacked the most important element, truth. Their words lacked power, their actions lacked integrity, and their presence lacked authority. No matter how much they copied, people could always sense the difference. Their energy never carried the same resonance as yours. They relied on techniques, while you operated from a place of genuine connection. Their impact was manufactured. Yours was organic. They manipulated from the outside. You transformed from within. In their arrogance, they believed they could replace you. Their plan extended beyond mere imitation. They sought to take what was yours, your essence, your destiny, your divine assignment. They wanted to absorb your gifts, assume your position, and redirect your purpose to serve their own agenda. But divine favor cannot be stolen. It cannot be duplicated, synthesized, or hijacked. It recognizes its rightful carrier, and it always returns to its designated vessel. The separation between the authentic and the counterfeit is becoming more apparent each day. The divide between the divinely chosen and the self-appointed is unbridgeable. Now, the consequences of their actions ripple across generations. The spiritual laws they violated trigger an irreversible correction. What they set in motion returns to them with multiplied force, affecting their bloodline, both past and future. Their ancestors' tombs mysteriously crack open. Family legacies, carefully preserved for centuries, unravel. Historical records documenting their influence disappear without explanation. Monuments bearing their names deteriorate rapidly. Even the knowledge they once guarded slips from their grasp, fading from memory. Everything they stole is being forcibly returned. The resources they diverted are reclaimed. The opportunities they intercepted are restored to their rightful owners. The universal law of balance asserts itself, ensuring justice is served with perfect precision. For years, they believed they were above divine law. They controlled earthly justice, manipulated accountability, and silenced opposition. But now they face the one truth they never accepted. Higher judgment is real, and no one escapes it. Their influence ends with them. Their names, once feared, fade into obscurity. Their legacy dissolves. Even their descendants will distance themselves, refusing to be associated with their lineage. Future generations will erase them from history, denying their existence entirely. Meanwhile, you didn't just survive, you ascended. You stepped into greater authority, accessing higher levels of consciousness and unlocking aspects of your divine nature that had long been dormant. The pressure they placed upon you activated hidden strengths. The attacks they launched against you triggered an evolution in your being. The suffering they inflicted transformed your neural patterns, unlocking advanced perceptual abilities. Your mind now processes information at an accelerated rate. Insights arrive with unprecedented clarity. Pattern recognition expands beyond logical frameworks. Your awareness of time extends in multiple directions simultaneously. The frequency at which you operate is beyond their perception. The authority you now carry surpasses their highest positions. The access you have been granted bypasses their barriers entirely. Your presence alone has become their judgment. They feel you before they see you. Your energy disrupts their technology. Your consciousness interferes with their systems. Your existence is a direct challenge to everything they built. Reports of your movements cause panic in their inner circles. Confirmation of your continued rise triggers chaos in their ranks. They failed completely. Every attack they launched against you only strengthened you. Every obstacle they placed in your path only expanded your capacity. Every attempt to limit you only pushed you to transcend boundaries. They wanted you erased, your influence removed, your story untold, and your name forgotten. Instead, you became eternal. Your frequency is now woven into the fabric of reality. Your vibrational signature resonates across dimensions. Your name is being spoken in unexpected places. Ancient texts, newly translated, reveal prophecies that align with your energy. Scientists unknowingly discover patterns that match your unique frequency. Children across the world create symbols connected to your mission. You are now permanently written into the universal narrative. Your victory stands as a testament for generations to come. They, on the other hand, are fading. The power they accumulated over centuries vanishes within a single generation. Their systems collapse. Their influence disappears. Even their own bloodline disowns them. The war is over. The judgment is final. You won. They lost. And they will never rise again.